So what are you going to be? What are you going to be Eureka-ing?
So during lockdown, I've really got into making my own synths out of basically anything I can find. So I'm gonna show you how you can make a synth using Ableton and a great plugin called Sampler out of a hairdryer.
Sick. Brilliant. So
okay, over to you.
Alrighty. So yeah, this is my synth that I made yesterday. I'm going to share my screen with you. Oh, I can't share my screen. It's not allowing me to share my screen.
I'm going to, Belle, I'm just going to remove you from the screen so that we have a spare screen for Neeta. I'll invite you back in a moment.
All right, cool. So yeah, that sound right there, that was just made using a hairdryer and some stones. So I'm going to take you through how I did that. Obviously we've only got about 10 minutes, so I'm going to move quite quickly. So if I skim over anything too quickly, I apologize, but please do give me a shout later and I'd be happy to help out. So, okay, we're going to start off and we're going to record our hairdryer. And I'm just going to record some stones. Yeah, I quite like to use a few different kind of objects because then you get the layers, like textural layers, and it sounds really nice. So before we open up Sampler and I show you the magic that we do there, I think it's nice to process these sounds a little bit first. So let's hear. So I've just got a bit of EQ here because it's quite a boomy sound. So just taking out the bottom end and just adding a touch of reverb to smoothen out the sound. And then a bit of compression. And this is where the magic happens. This is a really great plugin called Resonator. And I've already made a little preset for it. You can hear my voice has gone funny now. Take that off there. I've made a little preset for it because we don't have so long. But yeah, there's loads of cool little things here that you can get creative with. And the thing I really like about this plugin is that it can take any kind of sound and turn it into a note. So like if you listen to it now. You can hear that that's got yeah, it's got a note to it now. The main thing I want to show you about this plugin is this bit here where it says note. So this is where you assign it to a different note. So I like to kind of go with what's resonating in this the noise that I've created and map it to that. So for this, I quite like the sound of D sharp. So we've gone with that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fade in and fade out my sounds just to make it a bit tidier. And then you're going to export that. And I'm going to save it and just call it hairdryer. And I put the name of the note in it as well. And I'll show you why that's important. Because in order to get the synth to sound like really nice, you want to get a few different notes out of it, a few different octaves. So this is at octave 0 right now. If we change this to octave 1, you can hear that. And so you want to bounce out a few different files like that. And do that for all the sounds you've recorded. So we'll do that for this one as well. And then here are my stones where I've layered the same thing. It sounds a bit like this. So once you've exported all of your audio, you'll end up with something like this. And this is where we're going to get the sampler involved now. So I'm just going to go to Instruments, Sampler, and just drop. It's literally as simple as getting your audio and just dropping it in. And it will make a sound. It doesn't quite sound like our synth yet. So there's loads of cool little features in here, but the main one I'm going to show you now is this root note. So what you want to do is make sure this root note is the same as the note that you've exported. So for this, it's D sharp 0. So I'm going to go back down to D sharp 0. And the reason we do this is so that it can map to a keyboard, so the notes are in the right place. Because there's only one sample in there at the moment, it sounds a bit warped, and this is why you need to bounce out a few different octaves. Because then, if we click to this zone bit, this is your keyboard, and this is where the note is layered on. And yeah, like I say, it sounds a bit warped when it's like spread across the whole keyboard. So what I then do is, as a general rule of thumb, I spread the note over 2 octaves, so 1 octave below, 1 octave above. So we'll go to D sharp -1 up to D sharp 1. And then you want to do that with like all of your samples that you've exported. So you can just do that here, just drag them into this zone bit. And once you've done all that, you should end up with something. Yeah, it looks a bit like this. Yeah, that's what it sounds. So it's starting to come together. The only thing that I've done now is, like I was mentioning before, there's all these amazing things that you can mess with. So there's like filters, pitch oscillators, modulation. So I just yeah, I've added a filter and I've added some modulation to like an LFO, compressed it a bit, EQ'd it a little bit more, added some reverb, and